Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm Zelp and today we are going to talk about some of the useful website that I use when going through Temtem. Now Temtem is relatively new, so there are a lot of information which is still a little bit fuzzy and it's not very clear. Especially if you're new playing the game, you would be lost at some point not knowing what are like the weaknesses and the type of elements that exist. If there's an evolution to a Temtem that you're catching, where to catch the Temtem, and things like that. So I'm going to try and enlighten you with two websites that helped me a lot going through while I'm playing Temtem. So the first one is kind of a no-brainer. It's definitely the Wiki page, and you can find this by typing in temtem.gamepedia.com. and from my understanding, this might be the place with the most information. From what you can see here, it actually says that there are already 796 articles written for Temtem itself. Now there are a few things that I feel like this website does really well, like for example introducing individual Temtems to you. So if I want to learn about Temtem, I would come here, I'll click on Temtem species, I will look for that Temtem that I want to learn about and I'll click on it, and then from here you can actually see information about that Temtem, like base stats and stuff. There's also actually information like, for example, let's click on a Paharu instead. You can see like how much it would reward you if you were to sell a specific Temtem in the free Tem reward section as well. So there are actually a lot of information here, some minor, some not so useful, like the height and the weight. Maybe it'll be useful in the future, I don't know. You can see what it takes to evolve them. You can also see clearly the kind of abilities that they can learn. I feel like learning Temtems, this is where you want to go. I also use the wiki to study some of the quests and also the element types. These are some of the things that I think they did a really good job on, even though not all information is provided, but most of it is good enough and it will guide you through a lot of hard times. Now when you get a little bit more comfortable in Temtem and then you want things to be shown to you easily, for example information on where to find a specific Temtem, although it does state in the wiki, but it's not as comfortable as using a different website called temtemstrat.com. So over here you realize that everything is in French, but you do not have to worry. You can either use Google Translate, which does a good job, or you can go use their actual translator in their website. So just by clicking at the top, you can actually see that you can select in English. Now this place is really good because they kind of know what we want, and then they made it in a way that is easily accessible and it's just very friendly to use. For example, the let's say you want to know how much does a Temtem sell for when you release them. You can actually come over here and it has a list for you. You can even key in like the levels and it's going to show you how much Pansan you'll get for that particular release. So one of the highest that you can see from here is going to be, I believe it's Oshiara. Let me find, there you go, Oshiara. And it seems like the higher the base Pansan, the more it will actually scale up as it levels. So although you see like there's very little difference between a 28 and 29 Pansan, but if I were to move this over to level 41 as well, you can see that you actually gain relatively more than just that one Pansan when it scales up with level. There are also many other tools here which I will not get into because, to be honest, I don't really use them that much. But one of the things that I use a lot in this website, and you'll probably use it a lot too, is the interactive map. And what this does is that it shows you in a specific map where to find certain Temtems. So what I would do is, as I was playing progressively through the campaign, I'll see where I'm at and I'll click on it, and then I will be able to see what kind of Temtems I'll be expecting to find in which location. So this is, they even kind of label it in terms of route 1, route 2, route 3. So like you actually kind of go through in this progression. Some of them do not actually have, because they are sort of in its own like building or map. But however, it's quite easy to navigate through. For example, if you want to see in the riverside, Solaro River, you can actually see over here what is actually there and what is not. Now, one interesting note is that there's actually a difference between like the seashore and also the deep sea. So like for example, in this case, the seashore would be like over here. If you look over here, they actually drew a line. So this is like sort of like the seashores, and then the seabed or the deep sea would be in the middle, right? So for example, in this case, if you want to find, let's say you want to try a hand and get a what do you call a whiplum at the early games, without going all the way to the third island, because there is a place there that you can get one relatively easier than actually coming over here and trying to find one at only 5%. So it actually shows you down here 5%. You can actually come all the way to this part and move around just this area, because it's not considered as deep sea, so you'll always get this spawn. So the other stuff like the Kalazu, the Puki, and also the Umishi is not going to appear over here. And this is actually where I got my first whiplum, just by coming over to this shore and just moving up and down. Now currently I am in Route 11, where I am farming for buns to get some speed for my Temtem TVs. So this is where I am located at, and we can actually see the percentage of getting a bun is like 70%. And what I do is, if I find a Volar, I would actually escape and not fight it at all, so that this will kind of prevent me from getting any other TVs for my Temtem. And I kind of learned this method from talking to someone in Discord, which I do find kind of effective, and considering that the bun's level is pretty good, like at the level 30s, you could also, you know, release him and get a good amount from the free Tem organization. So yeah, so this is the two websites that I use a lot. The Wiki, in order to learn like detailed information on stats, on the elements, on the Temtem itself. And I use the Temtem Stratcom to learn more about, you know, the location of Temtem. I believe not all the maps are displayed, so there are some places or some spots that are not here yet, but I feel like it might be updated over time, so hopefully it is. There are clearly a lot more in the website, so go ahead and start clicking around. So let me know down in the comments if you are using these two websites as well. If you're not, I hope this video is going to help you a lot. Or if you know of a different website or a certain website that gives you really good information that you deem worthy to check out, let me know down in the comments. And if it's really that good, I will definitely share it in a different video or maybe in the description. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.